Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm D Swink here on behalf of the Swink Agency,
And I'm Sandra Swink on behalf of the Swink Agency.
and today we have a very, very special episode for you guys.
Yeah.
So if you're listening right now, you're obviously tuned in to the Everyday CEO podcast,
I like that.
where we create every opportunity. Before we get started, why don't you go ahead and smash that subscribe button, tap that bell so you receive all notifications for when we upload new content. Miss Swing, how you feeling today?
I am feeling good. Very good.
Quarantine life?
Yeah, quarantine life has been pretty dope. Like, I've enjoyed these last couple of months sitting home with you and the kids. I mean, more free time than ever for the most part. More rest. You know, I feel like this is much needed. So quarantine life has been great for the most part.
Okay, so now say what you really want to say.
That's what I really that's what I really want to say.
Nah, man.
It's been pretty dope.
Quarantine life hasn't been bad at all, man. I've actually enjoyed it. Still enjoying it. You know what I mean? I think it's one of those things, it's what you make of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, you know, it gives you time to, you know, brush up on some things, spend some time with the family, you know.
Yeah.
I know me personally, like I've been, you know, on my investment journey, so I'm thinking of 1,000 ways to make money during quarantine. You know what I mean? So
popping out
you know,
ideas.
idea after idea, and you know, when I look at our board, I laugh because you know we got so much stuff on there. How we come up with so many ideas?
I mean, we just sit down and we just think ahead of the game. You know, what do we see ourselves doing in about 5 years? Well, we know we want to do this. Okay, let's start get the building blocks together and make it happen.
3 years.
So yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you got to have a game plan out here. Like that's the main thing, you know. And I've been seeing that a lot too with a lot of people. Like a lot of y'all are out here, you know, coming up with new ideas, trying new things, starting new endeavors and stuff like that. And I love that, man. I love to see that.
Right.
Because now it's the time, you know what I'm saying? There's no better time to get in your entrepreneur bag right now.
We ain't got nothing but time, you know. And then with them sending y'all money, paying y'all, man, come on. Anybody not taking advantage of the stimulus money that they're sending out, man, what you doing?
What is you doing with your life? Somebody done blew their whole stimulus.
Yes, this is the opportunity for everybody to get ahead, man.
They bought a pair of Jordans and some designer joggers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tapped out. But nah, man. You know, it's just
stress the next week with some nice shoes and joggers.
Do you feel like with the way the coronavirus and all of that, do you feel like it's coming to an end?
I feel like the coronavirus is extending to another level, you know? Just my opinion.
What do you mean by extending to another level?
I feel like it's just like any other thing. Like, you know, anything that you want to implement, you're going to have a plan. You're going to have different phases. You know, you're going to have phase 1, and then you're going to evaluate, and then you're going to initiate phase 2, and then you're going to evaluate, and then you move on to 3. You know, it just feels like we're being tested, like, project-wise right now, because if you look at the news, nothing makes sense. You know, it just, I don't know.
I mean,
it just doesn't make sense to me.
It's a lot of smoke and mirrors for sure. Like, you know, I think it's a lot of misinformation floating around.
Right.
I think it's a lot of just back and forth, just talking, a lot of just everything, man.
There's too many opinions.
To be honest with you, I don't even really watch the news like that. I think the news is distracting. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to wake up and just read bad news all the time, even though that's always the case. You know what I mean?
It's just all emotional. I feel like everything is still planned. I think this guy's
pandemic, huh?
It's a distraction.
Facts.
If you see the facts for what they are, it's the same setup. We felt threatened. We have this proof that, you know, it was self-defense, or we have this proof that I really felt for my life. It was this proof. Well, if this guy was doing this, that means he was running because he felt like he committed a crime or something. You know, everything is justifiable.
Right.
At the end, y'all haven't learned that by now. Y'all still sticking to the same old marches and protests. It ain't changing nothing.
Right.
That's why take it how you want to take it, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear no more of it. I don't, because you're going to get mad and you're not going to do nothing. Then you're going to get mad and you're not going to do nothing.
So, before I go any further, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
And that goes out to all the mothers in the world right now, man. Happy Mother's Day to you all. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you and we love you for everything that y'all do. Special shout out to my moms. Happy Mother's Day, my Dukes. I love you. Miss Vicky. Who else can we shout out?
My grandma, Ma, of course.
Ma, what up?
Of course.
So yeah, man, just want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. You had a good one?
I did. It was great.
It was good?
Yes, it was great.
Your hubby treat you nice?
Oh, yeah. Treat me very well.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, before we go any further, if you're listening right now, stop what you're doing and go check out the swinkagency.com and go check out the services, man, we have to offer. And also, we're looking for new sponsors right now. We got a couple of people on board already asking, like, how can they, get their stuff out there. And with our platform, we want to continue to elevate not only our game, but our clients as well. So, with this podcast, we got a few ideas coming. Just know big things are on the way. And if you want to become a sponsor, man, just hit us up at info@theswinkagency.com.
Yeah. What are some ways you think they could utilize this stimulus check to, get themselves off the ground or get their business up and running? What do you recommend they do right now?
Everyone has a passion, right?
Yeah.
Even if you don't really know what that is, you have an idea of what you like to do. I recommend you take that idea and you put some money into it in some type of way that's going to help you get even closer to it. I know it's not a huge amount of money to work with, but it's enough money to where, you can actually go invest something because it's free money. Let's just call it what it is. It's free money.
All right.
And, and trust me, shout out to everyone who's in a situation or not, who may have lost their job or, who's dealing with, just so much right now, dealing with the coronavirus and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, our hearts go out to everyone dealing with this situation. But for those who, are able to sustain, utilize this money for your benefit and your children's and just your family as a whole. That's my recommendation.
Okay, and shouts out to the new clients that's recently hired the Swink agency who has utilized their stimulus money to invest in themselves. So shout out to you guys and the new clients that just came on board.
Facts. You give us 4 weeks, we'll give you an empire.
Facts.
And, that's something we stand on. And a lot of times, when we're getting the inquiries about, people wanting to, utilize our services, whether they're wanting a logo or they're wanting a business plan or anything of that nature, you know what I'm saying? We always make it a point to reach out to them and let them know, like, hey, this is a process and we're here to, see your vision through. And so far, so good, man.
Right.
So far, so good. What do you think that people should be doing with their stimulus check?
I think just like you recommended, follow your passion. Your heart is going to guide you in the right way. You know what I mean? Like if you're good at something and then you got a plan B, you don't know which way to go, go with the way that feels right for you. And you don't have to be a professional. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to have everything 100% figured out. The most important thing is to take that first step, at least research, at least look into the idea. Before jumping out there, before deciding which way to go, at least look it up and see, what's best for you, basically. But take action, do something. Don't just sit there and think about it, but put your best foot forward and start somewhere. You're not going to have it all together, We don't have it all together. We didn't have it all together when we first started. Everything is growth, when you're in business. So, yeah, so the first step is just to take action. You know, don't just sit on it and overthink it and, you know, talk yourself out of doing anything. You know, take that first leap and just get out there. And once you're out there, you'll be able to tweak it. You know, you'll be able to get people's feedback on every aspect of it. You know what I mean? And you will utilize that to just keep going, keep getting better. That's what it's all about. It's starting and then building on that. But you have to start somewhere.
I like that. I like that a lot. Key word you said earlier, take action. To me, that's 85% of getting ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? Just taking action.
Right.
A lot of people talk themselves out of, you know what I'm saying, something great.
Right. And then another thing too, like if you are already a business owner, you know what I mean, and you've been affected by this COVID-19 stuff, don't let that get you down. You know what I mean? Every business is going to have hiccups. You know, every business is going to experience some type of delay or, you know, go through something that sets them back a little bit. Everybody does it, you know, whether it's big or small. So don't let everything that's going on right now stop you or keep you from moving forward. You know, take this little time out, take this little break to rebrand, rebuild, and come back stronger. But don't let it keep you down, though. You know what I'm saying? So many people...
Don't let it keep you down.
On social media, they're like, you know, well, my business is closed. You know, I can't take this impact financially. You know, but, I mean, just be creative with it. Don't just give up so quick. Don't just give up because, you know, everything that's going on. Just keep moving forward.
No, you just got to know and have faith, man, that, you know, you're going to go up even further. Like, you're going to come out of this even stronger.
Right.
You know, it's totally up to you. If you're putting the proper steps in, of course you're gonna get everything that you put into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's just how it goes. That's just the ideology of repetition. You know what I'm saying? Consistency. You know, wake up every day and not saying do the same thing every day, but do something towards your goals. Do something that's gonna benefit you. Do something that's gonna, you know, make you stronger. Do something that's gonna pull you out your comfort zone. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I try to do it all the time to myself to where I'm like, okay, this is uncomfortable as far as like graphics, you know, different world, different software, and you know, I start looking on YouTube, start learning how to do it, and I'll be honest, like, right, I know the whole Adobe suite, Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, and Premiere. Just learned Premiere maybe like 6 months ago. Premiere, I'm talking about, it was like a foreign language to me, like just looking at all the screens and everything. You know, you remember?
I remember.
And, you know, I even went to tutorials and I was just like, bro, I just don't get it. And then one day it just clicked to me like, oh, this how you do this and this how you do that. And now I'm feeling like a videographer out here, you know what I mean? Just because I just put those steps in to get better. And, you know, I'm not a master by any means, you know what I'm saying? But as far as putting a video together and it looks nice and everything is good, the transitions is smooth, oh, I can do that. You know what I mean? And so, and then too, like, I'm learning so many things about the program. So, you know, I'm not shooting amateur type videos at all. Like, my stuff is looking very good each video, better and better. And that's a testament to, you know, just trying to elevate my game. A new program that I haven't even touched yet is Adobe After Effects, right? Like, I dibble and dabble, but that program is a whole nother level. Again, it gives me the same feeling that Illustrator first did, even Photoshop first did. But I know eventually I'm gonna catch on to it, and you guys you guys are gonna see me start incorporating more effects in my videos and stuff like that. So, you know, hey, listen, no one said this was gonna be an overnight process. Rome wasn't built in one night. You know what I mean? We're in it for the marathon. And if you're in for the marathon, you're gonna win every time, just because, you know, the person that's sprinting, he gonna tire out. You know what I'm saying? And the person that's running the marathon, they're gonna continue to rise above. So if you hear the sound of my voice, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to rise above.
Now's the perfect time to get y'all kids involved in YouTubing. Get your kids involved in some stuff that's gonna inspire them inspire the little entrepreneurs within them as well, not just you. See where they're creative at and invest in them as well. We say that all the time, invest in your children. Now is a better time than ever. While your child has that phone, while they're on the games or whatever, record them. You know what I mean? Like, put them to work too.
You just made me think of something. So the other day, I've upgraded my studio, and it's just where I wanted to be at right now, and I'm so proud of it. One of the first things that I did was I was testing the microphone out and all of that just to make sure everything was on point. And my daughter, she came and sat down in my chair, and so I pulled the mic over to her just to see what she would do. And lo and behold, she took to it like a fish in water. She started singing, she started, rapping, spoken word, all type of stuff. And she's only 6 now. Mm-hmm. And so I can already see a passion developing within her for this microphone, and I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? My son, he loves music. His ear for music is amazing. Like, he'll suggest a song, hey man, have you heard this? And he'll play it or something. And that song will be in my head all day just because, that's just what it is. So we are very blessed to have such creative kids who aren't afraid to, show their talents and aren't afraid to just be themselves. And as long as they're doing that, my hands is off. Do you? And I've seen the effects of it, man. They're always working on their passion. They're always working on their art. Every day, my wife and I get presented with new art on our desk. Mind you, mine is upstairs, hers is downstairs. So it's at any point it could be 5, 6 drawings on the desk at any time of different animals or different characters, anything. You know what I'm saying? So we just let them be wild, and once they get the papers up and all of that, the cycle continues again, and we allow it to happen, man. And I love it, man. I love to see children be able to express themselves as well as adults, because to me, creativity is the root of life, man. For real.
So let these kids explore, man. Let them get their schoolwork done, and while they're on the tablet, let them talk. Encourage them to do their own video. Let them express themselves about how this, this digital learning experience has been for them. You never know what you're going to awaken. Especially these kids that are shy, man. They're used to being on the phone, and as far as playing games and things. So, switch it up a little bit. Switch it up.
Sure. Well, we about to get up out of here. We got some more work to go handle. Give them your Instagram before we leave.
At Sandra.Swink. Stop by the Swink agency as well.
And make sure you follow me at DSwinkGFX. We always posting good tips, good speed arts, just family life. We just do a plethora of things, you know what I'm saying, as a family unit. And it's something we're very proud of. We are the Swink Agency. We thank you guys for listening, and hope you have a good night. And everyday CEO, man, creating every opportunity. We out. Visit us online at theswinkagency.com.